Welcome to Karaoke Wine with Jules and Tessa.
Welcome. Karaoke Wine.
Yes.
What are we talking about today, Jules?
You went on a speed dating event.
I did.
And I want to know all the things.
Jules. All the things. Here we go. Interview.
So wait. Let's preface, like, we were getting ready, or she was getting ready. I was helping her pick out the outfit, and then she gets really nervous.
Yeah.
I said to her, just think of it as you going for experience and content. And
I got some content.
Yes. And I can't wait to hear it. I drop her off, like me and Charlie drop her off, like.
But okay, first of all, and we need to take a step back on this story. What happened when you brought Charles in?
Okay, so I knew that she didn't see Charles for a very long time because holidays happened.
Yeah, I was in Texas literally the whole month.
So I was like, okay, let me bring Charlie and surprise her. And she literally cried.
I cried.
I was like, are you on your period?
And I was like, no, I just missed her.
What's going on? So that was surprise number one. And then surprise number two, I actually bought her a Christmas present.
Did.
And
I put it on my desk.
Yeah, it was a really pretty present. It was very sentimental. A lot of thought went into it. And then she goes, I got you a karaoke wine mug. And I was like, I love that.
Okay, this is actually funny because Jules and I are similar but opposite, which is interesting. So my card to her would have been heartfelt, even though my gift to her was karaoke wine. But her gift to me was incredibly heartfelt and had a lot of meaning behind it. No card. I literally was like, where's the card? Which is funny because Jules hates fucking sentimental cards. And I'm like,
I don't hate them. I'm just like, okay, I love reading them, but it's not like I save them. It's like, okay, whatever, bye. Anyway, so I drop her off like a mom.
Yes, like a mom.
Call me when you're done.
And here's the thing. I actually texted her that morning and was like, hey, if you don't want to come, don't worry about it. And she was like, bitch, I'm coming.
I'm coming.
Yes.
We're getting ready.
Yes. And we got ready together. Also, I'd like to just preface real quick. Yes, I did get my nails done. Yes, I did get my hair done. Not for this event.
Obviously.
I was, building anticipation. We did talk about this on episode 4 or something where I was like, I'm never changing or doing anything for any man in my life. I have a schedule for a reason. My nails are due, and so is my hair. I just needed a hug and a gloss from Matt, to be fair.
Okay.
All right, so let's go. Questions.
What was your first impression of speed dating? Was it actually... Okay, hold on. So you had an hour before you actually met the guy.
Yes. So I really loved this, and it's called Meet in the Wild, and I would recommend it. One, I deleted the apps. They just don't work for me, and I've been reaching out to matchmakers like crazy, actually. So I've been connecting with a lot of them. I chose to do this. One, I really loved the vibe of how the interview went. Also, really funny story. I was busy when I noticed what it was and was asking me thoughtful questions. And I decided to say, can I fill this out later? That was literally my response. What are you looking for, a man? I'm like, can I fill this out later? Okay. The host of the event texts me and goes, are you serious about dating? Because this is the response we got. And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, they're serious.
I am serious. Yeah. I didn't have the time. I'm a busy individual. Anyway, there was an hour of networking with the women prior. And I will say, so funny. I met a girl, Lindsay, but with an A. Mm-hmm. She goes to Bliss. So we had a moment and she was like, oh my God, I love Bliss. It's the best. I actually texted Hallie her testimonial. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait.
You said it in the group chat.
Oh. Okay. Whoopsies. Anyway, so it was the women, girl, they were caliber women. There was
really, because when I dropped you off, I saw not so.
I mean, let's be.
And I was like, you got this, girl. I was like, from what I see.
Listen,
not that it's a competition.
The amount of block-heeled sandals that I saw last night was embarrassing. But listen, if you're comfortable, I'm not mad about it. It's an experience. You need to be comfortable.
We're not tearing down girls.
Not everyone needs to be.
The fact
and
that
you know,
they even showed up.
yeah,
It's half the battle. I get it.
right. Not me and
So you
6-inch
met some friends
Louboutins.
in the networking event.
Yes, I did. I had a great time with the women. All the women were great. It was actually interesting because I met a woman who has a very large following on social media from herself and then also from her family. She actually refused to do the interview questions on camera to promote Meet in the Wild. She's like, I don't need people knowing that I'm dating.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
I will say,
I respect it.
yes. And she was more than likely the only other person there that was kind of in alignment with who I am. Everyone else, honestly, like just women in general,
Lovely.
just lovely. I will say that
Were
I
they
was younger, older. It really depended. I was very much the Miami vibe of the evening with what I was wearing. I mean, and this is
It was
just,
such a Jules dress. I was like, I'm so proud
I bought
of
it because
you.
it looks like Jules. I'm not kidding. I told her that when I put it on. I was like, okay, here's
like,
the
I
thing.
wear that.
Well, obviously, I am on it. It's gonna look great on her too when she borrows it. And probably never get back in my closet again. To be fair, so yes, it was the networking event with the women was the highlight. To
Okay,
be
so
fair.
after the hour of networking event, did they say, okay, ladies, get in your seats?
Yes.
And then the guys came up to you.
Yes.
And did everyone have like a 2-minute thing?
5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
That's a long time. If anyone has ever done a speaking event or speeches for their job, 5 minutes is like death.
It's not only that, but there was 25 women, 25 men.
That's a lot.
And the interesting part is that everybody was from all over. There was a couple people who actually lived in the building where the event was held. I personally lived in Fort Lauderdale, but Lindsay, the girl that I met who I adored, also she was Jewish. So immediately we were friends. Weird, me. And she is from Boynton.
Oh.
So people were driving from all over the place. But I think the biggest thing was, yes, they come in, like they rotate. The girls don't have to move, which I'm not mad about. There was icebreaker questions.
Okay.
I think I was the only person to flip it around and put it on the men's side because my whole point in doing this is I wanted a leader.
You're also interviewing them just as they are interviewing you.
It wasn't even about the interview. I just wanted to see if they could hold a conversation. Now, let me say one thing. And anyone who knows me is going to be like, I can't believe you did this because I hate small talk. I hate chit chat.
Yeah.
I am like anti all of it. Every conversation I had with every guy was very different because it went a different way. But because eventually I just started leading it a different way because I got sick of the first, I don't know, 5 or 6 guys. I was like, okay, let's just fill this out. And I was like, okay, these people can't like do this. I started to make it fun for me on top of drinking
love that.
Stella like it was tequila shots
Because Prosecco and Chardonnay.
Prosecco and Chardonnay.
Which, you know what, by the way, so was it a free event for you?
No, I paid
had to pay?
$150, I think.
Okay, so you paid $150. Do the guys have to pay?
So their VIP members are super vetted and they're interviewed by the host, Will, who, by the way, listen, my biggest takeaway from this event is the people that they have working these events are fucking top tier people. Sam, Nikila, Will, and Sean. Also, Sean, hey.
Oh, yeah?
He was so cute. And Will's like, that's my little brother. And I was like, he's hot. But he was the camera guy, which is amazing because I did an interview. It was actually really funny because I did the interview in the beginning and like, why are you here? Blah, blah, blah. And then at the end, when Sam pulled me outside, who's like the matchmaker, who, by the way, is stunning, like blue eyeballs, blonde hair. And I was like, oh, and Abby was one of the girls that was like doing drinks. And I was like, girlfriend, hey.
Yeah,
I was just about to take the entire staff home. Like,
But you know what? You never know. Is the brother single?
Yes, but they all live in Tampa. This was established in St. Pete. It was one of those things. Yeah.
Carry on.
But I also think that I just found more engagement with them because there was no pressure with them. You know what I mean? There was no like.
You never know who you're going to meet.
Yeah, but Abby looked. Okay, Abby, again, I know I told you last night, but she's wearing this like chocolate brown dress that had like ruching on it.
Ooh.
And it was kind of see through.
Okay.
Dude, she looked banging. I was like, mwah, chef's kiss, girl.
Yeah.
Not everyone can pull off chocolate. And she did. She did very well. Anyway, yes, it was funny because at the end of the night, I was like, hey, Sam, I'm leaving. Like, as soon as the dating event was over, I was maxed out. Like, I had talked to
25 guys.
25 guys and also all of the women. I was like, a little bit more excited about the women networking because, you know, I'm not from here.
Yeah.
But also,
you can't say that anymore, though.
Yeah.
You've been here for like 3 years.
3 years, actually. 3 years.
You can't say that.
Yeah. So I was like on my way out and I was like, okay, listen, is this going to be like one of those like memes on Instagram that's here's my first drink, here's my last drink? I was like, if you guys air me and make me look like an asshole, and they were laughing, they were like, we're not going to do that. I was still articulated at the end of the night, but like I pounded. Because I was sober. I was actually drinking water the entire time because I didn't. Alcohol tends to make things better than they are.
Well, it makes people funnier. It makes them more good looking. And then you go, was I drunk or did I really like you?
Yeah.
So, did anything surprise you? Like, did you actually meet a guy and be like,
no.
No.
I had no PQs.
Okay.
Like zero. I had some
like no cute guys that you were attracted to at all.
No.
Okay.
Here's the thing. There were some men that had a great resume. As far as me, from a PQ perspective, no, none at all. Like besides Sean.
Okay.
But I also think it's because he was not the help, but like kind of the help. And I was like, hey, what's up? You know,
I love a good cameraman.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the age range from guys? 18, 20, 30, Maj Podge?
Yes, it was. It was the women, I would say, same thing. Everybody was like a very different age. There wasn't like a strong age group that was there.
Oh,
yeah.
interesting.
So I do want to say one thing because I went into it with zero expectations. You know that. Like, I was actually just excited to finally be in human form and, you know, try to date or talk to people. Like, it's been a minute. So
would you do it again?
I don't know. And here's why. I don't like chit chat. I think I would do it again, but maybe with like 10
I don't like to talk to people.
I do, but I don't like superficial conversations. No, you know that.
To be fair, they're both women and the men are coming in nervous as fuck.
I wasn't nervous though to like have the conversations. One thing that I didn't like is obviously you can't control 95 traffic, which is one of the highways here in Florida. And there was a really bad accident. So people were late, which is whatever. So we got an hour and a half with the women.
Oh, wow.
Free drinks, open bar, and food. So by the time that we sat down, and I only had one drink when I got there, and then I switched to water until the very end of it.
I remember that text message.
Yeah, because I was like, I can't.
It's like, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want beer goggles. I don't want beer goggles. I just think that one, it just wasn't for me. Yeah. Two, I think it was maybe too many people, but then I've never done it before and I don't know what the right amount of people is.
So when you said 25, I was shocked because when I was a realtor back in the day, I would never show my clients more than like 7 properties because after the end, you're like, who? What house?
Well,
it starts to be like monotonous and repetitive. And I feel like there's one thing that stands out. Like if you remember a guy, like the camera guy, because you had
Sean, cutie.
We're going to have to get him to Miami.
He's cute. He's my husband, but he's definitely somebody I wanted to play with.
Sheer test. Do you remember anyone that you speed dated, their name?
Yeah, there was Matthew. There was Michael. Oh my gosh, there was a mini Viking there from Boston.
Oh yeah,
I'm not even kidding. He was talking to me. I was like, listen. I was like, listen.
My girlfriend's dating the exact same person.
I was like, you are a doppelganger of him. I was like, I cannot. And his name was Matthew. I was like, absolutely not. We're not getting two East Coast Italians, same necklace and everything. Not even kidding.
Really?
He literally
the sailor one.
Yes. So with the fucking cross, I was like, Jesus. I was like, excuse me. No, I'm not kidding.
That's
like
funny.
A doppelganger, but a mini version of him.
That's really funny.
He was shorter, but
that is hilarious.
Listen, super sweet guy, Matthew. Hearts all over the world. It was just, she can attest. Like,
you remind me of someone.
I literally was like, listen, you remind me of my best friend business partner's partner. And I was like, no. And he was from Boston. So he had a little bit of a Boston accent, which I didn't mind.
You got your Boston accent?
I did. However, I was like, oh, you're the Catholic guy. I was like, wearing that cross proudly. I was like,
Oh,
but
we love a good cross. Jesus was a Jew. Why does that do? Yeah, Jesus was a Jew.
Yeah, Jesus was like, why am I talking about this? Anyway, yes, the event was great. I thoroughly enjoyed myself, but I was quite burnt out. I did not stay for the after party, and more.
There was an after party?
Yeah. So you do the speed dating. So you do the networking in the beginning, then you do the speed dating, and then there's an additional time to if you actually match with somebody.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
To actually
continue the conversations if you want to go out.
Yeah. Okay.
I left because I didn't feel like I had any romantic matches.
Yeah.
How they do it is they had QR codes and you could scan the QR code. So what I did is I put mine under my phone, forcing the men to ask me for it.
That's smart.
It is, yes. And
you also appreciate guys with cojones.
Well, and that was part of the thing is I did not lead any of these conversations. I introduced myself and let them sit down and let them speak first.
And scene.
Hence why my last final note in my interview was, I'm single. And it was very interesting because, every conversation was great. There was only one conversation that was a little bit just he came in hot with the fact that women use men as friends, as placeholders.
Elaborate.
Well, he said it, and I was like, that's interesting that you say that. I was like, because
women use men
as placeholders, as friends.
What does that mean?
He was saying that women lead men on in a friendship capacity, kind of like we talked about.
In Ohio?
No, we talked about in one of our episodes where, not the pick-me girl, but...
The Desperado.
No, but the Desperado is not that way, though, because she actually wants the guy.
Yeah.
It's the best friend aspect where she's like, oh, my God, come fix my shit.
Oh, yes.
But I don't ever want to fuck you.
Yeah.
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 He was alluding that only women do that. And I was like, it's like, listen here, motherfucker.
You should have actually gone full force on that conversation just to get
I did.
content.
I did get the content. I was nice, smiling. I was pleasant, Tessa the entire time. He came in hot, my ass, leaned back, arms crossed, and was
listened.
I listed the ways that he was wrong. And I was like, so you're just going to sit here and mansplain to me how women use men? This is really the conversation we're about to have. I did not hold back in this conversation to the point where I was so heated afterwards.
You're like, bartender, another Stella.
Dude. Abby, well, thank you for constantly having my Stella filled last night. I just got to that point where I was just like, do not let this empty. I was like, I can't do it.
Well, how old is he?
The guy he did this?
Yes.
I want to say he had to have been in his 40s, maybe early 50s.
Did he give you trust fund vibes?
No, he gave me hurt vibes.
Oh,
like maybe he, and this is what I said to him. I said, it is whoever's responsibility that does not have the feelings to end the relationship. And if you choose as a person who has the feelings to stay in said relationship or friendship or whatever it may be, that's 100% on you.
Well, yeah.
If you're constantly telling somebody, I want to be with you, and they're constantly being like, it's never going to happen, we're just friends.
Yeah.
Like, no. No, like, and that was my point when I was talking to him. I was like, listen, I've been on both sides.
Yeah.
I've been on the side of like, we love you. And I'm like, it's never going to happen, bro. So yeah, I'm just going to, you have to let the person heal. Yeah. You've got to walk away. Even if you have a really great friendship, you've got to let them disconnect from the romantic aspect. That's never going to happen.
I agree.
And that's the responsibility of a human, regardless of what gender you are. Now, on the flip side, if you're somebody who's yearning for unrequited love, what is that the right word?
What?
Unrequited? From The Holiday.
I have no idea.
When she like loves somebody, but they don't love you back.
Oh, that was a sad story.
It was a very sad story. And like, I listen, I've been at this age, I have done it all. That though is unfortunately a self fix, not the other person fix. That's you wanting something that has or you wanting someone that has already told you it's never going to happen is a you thing, not a them thing.
You know what? Looking back on all the relationships I've had, all the things, I know when it's not there, and I know when someone's not in it. And I'm usually the one that walks away and is like, or I just let it die naturally. I just like, I know if I don't text you, you're not going to text me, and it's going to like fizzle out, and it does. And I'm like, I was right all along. You know, it boggles my mind to think that people don't get the energy vibe or don't get the hint.
They do.
On the friendship aspects.
But they do. And there's even like blatant conversations that happen. And I'm going to use myself as an example. When I lived in Vegas, there was this guy that I used to work with, and he was fucking smoke show. Blue ass eyes. Accidentally fucked his friend. Whoopsies. And took him as my date to Jen's wedding.
Oh,
Andy, if you're out there, thank you. So great. Woke up on the carpet.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, this is not the point of the story. The point of the story is this guy I really, really liked.
The friend or the guy who went to the wedding?
The friend.
I'm so confused.
I liked him, and then he said it was never going to happen, so then I fucked his friend because I was a child. I was 23 years old. Yeah.
We've all done shit.
Anyway, so I liked him. I created a fantasy in my head. I was like, me and Zach are meant to be together. He's so fucking hot. Like, dude, he's a babe. And I did everything. Like, I remember I helped him move or something. I helped him organize his shit when he was moving. Like, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was the pick me girl. I was the girl that was like, this is the most amazing part of my life. One, we never had sex. We never even kissed.
Aww.
And I just kept thinking, like, but I'm so amazing.
He's
like,
going to see it eventually. He's going to see it.
Yes. And they don't.
They don't.
Newsflash. They never see it.
No.
You'll never see it because there are going to be, if you've ever been the pick me girl, you will then be the, I want her to pick me girl as well. And it's just, you won't have it there. And it's interesting to think because I'm like, shit. Shit. But that comes with life. Humans.
Yeah, it just comes with life. I think I was like that once in high school, and then I learned really quickly. I was like, fuck that.
True. You've also been single for like maybe 2 years of your life and your adulthood. So I don't know. You just do a lot in those 2 years. They're spread out.
Yeah.
Where I'm the exact opposite.
I was to be fair, I was the pick me girl silently. And I go, I know I'm never going to get picked. And then I was okay with it. And then I like maneuvered my own life how I wanted to maneuver my own life. But you know I was, because I opened up to my girlfriends about it. But I was not acting a certain way to that individual, going like, pick me, like I'm going to do all the things. Can you give me some context in who you're talking about? Because I've never seen you be the pick me girl. No, I'm not. No. Because we're not going to talk about it. Oh, okay.
I was like, what for context? To be fair, I do.
Crying on Ashley's balcony.
Okay, wait. Actually, really funny that she mentioned this, because like we had a very small conversation about this pick me moment, and I was like, "Why is it even relevant?" It was like 3 or 4 years ago. It was so long ago. I've honestly compartmentalized a completely different version.
Well, it was a long time ago.
Okay, but that was different, because we're not going to get into it.
But that was
it was a very different. Yeah. Your pick me moment was validated, though. I'm going to say that wasn't a pick me moment. That was a why the fuck are you lying to me moment. Actually,
sure. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's hysterical.
Anyway, we actually have a brunch reservation in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, so we've got to wrap this up. Any more questions that you want to ask me about last night?
You wouldn't do this again?
I am going to say no.
Okay.
And the only reason I'm going to say no is I don't have the bandwidth. You know how I am with my people. Yeah. I'm not really accepting applications for my friends. Boyfriends, absolutely. But I am a one-on-one person. And it was too overstimulating for me.
So you know what this means. If you're not going to do the apps, you're not going to do a speeding event, you're going to have to like go out and meet someone. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
so we're going to Amazonica is what I'm saying. We're going to DJs.
Oh my God, you have nothing in your drink.
Okay, just give me like a little bit of that.
Give you a share.
Okay. All right. So that was my husband hunting event. Fail. Fucking fail. And maybe it's me, maybe it's them, maybe it's Maybelline. Who knows?
Who knows? But I'm glad you did it.
I thank you. All by myself. No one knew about it.
She's fucking hot, guys.
I did. I looked at me. Well, I look like Jules.
Anyway.
All right. So in order
to do all the things
and to date all the people,
what do you have to do?
Carpe diem, bitches.
Cheers. I love you.
Love you so much.
Let's brunch.
Yeah, let's go.
Thank you for watching this episode of Karaoke Wine. Please like and subscribe.